The Local Show, sponsored by Victory in Motion, home of knee repair, not knee replacement, on News Radio 570 WSYR, on 106.9 FM, and live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. The Local Show features in-depth conversation with business owners, employees, and influential business leaders throughout Central New York, exploring their successes, challenges, and reasons for doing business right here in our growing community. The Local Show is produced locally by Zoe Advertising. Now your hosts, Tom and Steve.
Back into the swing of things in spring. Boy, I wish it was spring. This is good golly. Round the seasons we go with Greg Portzline. He is a certified arborist at Bartlett Tree Experts. How are you, Greg?
I'm doing well, thanks. How are you?
You're cold, huh? A little bit.
Yeah, I mean, it feels like, well, you know, weather's been up and down lately.
Yeah,
but, we're hopefully going to catch a break here in the next couple of weeks.
You live up by me in Cicero, don't you?
Yeah,
you're just around the corner.
Yep.
And boy, we haven't lost a grain of snow.
Just keeps piling up.
It's amazing. So at this time of year, it was something that was interesting. I let the dog out in the front yard where our crabapple tree is, that Bartlett has nicely repaired and got rid of the fungus among us.
Right there, yeah.
And it's blossoming and all that. But here we are in the dead of winter.
Yeah.
It still has little fruits on it.
Sure.
And for some reason, it chose now to start dropping on the ground. Why is that?
It just depends on, you know, how dried out they get. But a lot of the, let's call it the survival strategy and reproductive strategy is to attract birds through the winter to eat those.
Really?
And then,
okay.
And then a nice way of put it, deposit those seeds elsewhere, whether that's on your car or wherever. Yeah. But that's how a lot of them spread. And to dropping to the ground, other animals will pick those up as well.
Well, including my dog. Which
probably. Yeah.
And that's not healthy for the dog.
Well, crab apples aren't too bad. It's not the greatest thing to eat, but, you know, not really something that's going to take you out.
But I noticed it, you know, and it's funny because there haven't been any, you know, those droppings for all this season, and now all of a sudden it started.
It's probably due to just you know, when it gets incredibly cold like it has been, you know, desiccates, just pulls that moisture rate out, and they're dropping. So.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right. So Bartlett, you're not just a tree service, like, you know, you don't come and just trim branches.
It's not a guy with a chainsaw.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Though you have guys with chainsaws. That's not the
so, you know, Bartlett's been around since 1907, been in the Syracuse area since the 1930s. And yeah, we're a team of arborists who we are really all about taking care of trees.
Right.
We'll remove them if we have to, but we much rather save them.
Are there any celebrity arborists other than you? Like, you think, who's the most famous arborist? Like, you know, you think about dog trainers and the dog whisperer guy. Is there like somebody that like owns that space, or do you guys just fly into? Oh, there are. Okay.
There are several. I mean, it depends on depends on how nerdy you want.
Right.
Well, go Tom nerdy for a second.
So Dr. Shigo is probably the one who I admire, and he's discovered some of the most important arboricultural advances in so last 100 years.
Okay, and you guys can then use those things in your industry, really?
Absolutely, yeah. Yep. So just a brief thing is CODIT. It's an acronym, CODIT, which stands for compartmentalization of decay in trees. And what that means is basically gives us a structure and a blueprint on how to prune trees correctly.
People do it wrong?
Oh, God.
Yeah, you must see some awful things.
Yeah, so go to any, you know, grocery store, parking lot, I would say some, you know, homeowners that tend to do it themselves. A lot of times people don't realize it, but you're doing more harm than good in the long run.
Well, people go with, you know, the whole thing was when we were kids, you learn things that may be wrong.
Right.
But plant trees in the fall. Should you plant trees in the fall?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a real thing.
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
So it's actually that is the most opportune time for several reasons, but it's the least stressful on the tree, and your responsibilities are less in terms of watering and care.
Okay.
What about pruning branches and then painting it with black paint?
So that is an outdated method. Actually, they found out that that actually traps moisture and fungi inside the wound.
Mm-hmm.
The tree is going to do a much better job on its own healing than if we
So don't
tamper
do
with it.
anything. Yeah.
There's a very limited window that you would do that, and it's for very specific diseases
Gotcha.
and insect issues that, fortunately, we're not dealing with up in upstate New York yet.
So what about burning out a tree stump? Is that just fun?
Oh, yeah. I mean,
you dig a hole,
Yeah.
and it smokes for a week, and you're burning.
Yeah, you can absolutely do that. It's I think, it depends on if you got the time to do it and the yard. A lot of people would frown upon, especially an area I take care of, Radisson. I don't think would appreciate a stump burning in the front yard
for weeks. Yeah,
yeah. So.
Jeez.
But, yes, you can do that.
So, I don't want to take away your business, because people certainly can call you and have you come over and talk about their landscaping and what's good, what's not. But can you give some people some free tips? It is freezing.
Yeah.
And more freezing than it has been
Right.
in a long time. What should people be doing with their tender plants out there, or what can we expect in spring?
So depending on how trees that are meant to be here can deal with this. Okay,
They can typically deal with it.
Where we run into problems is where we get the crazy fluctuations in March and April, where you get 70 degrees for 3 days and then 20 for 2, 3.
Of course, your maple producers love that.
Oh, yeah, right. But a lot of the ornamental plants, they start to come alive, and then the cold snap happens, and we get all sorts of issues with bursting bark and winter injury. But this time of year is a great time to look at your mature trees for, your structural integrity and your...
So you can see things that are easier to see this time of year.
Yeah, and it's a great time to look at unions where branches come together and dominant and co-dominant stems. And if you're worried about a tree, of course, the snow and ice is one of the biggest factors that take trees out or major
So
storms.
good time of year to plan. Good time of year to have a certified real arborist.
Yes.
Not just a guy in a pickup truck with a chainsaw. Come and take a look and make a plan. 656-2323. You can call and schedule time to have an arborist come out, or, of course, Bartlett.com. Greg, appreciate you joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Take care.